when I picked you up from the airport, you told me a little bit about.
Whoa, 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 whoa. This guy supposed to have Bentleys and Maybachs and all that. And you picked him up from the airport? You did. This guy claiming that he met aliens at his house, man. Come on, man.
Your story about how you got into it and like the different milestones that really created what you have now. So why don't you just tell us a little bit about your
go over from the Opelika airport. One day this orb went over, not an airplane, and it cleared the horizon in seconds, not minutes. So right away as a child, even though this is 1977, I believe, so even as a child I knew that that wasn't normal. UFO wasn't in my vocabulary, aliens weren't in my vocabulary. We only had 3 channels on TV and no cable TV.
See, last time you told this story when you was a little kid, you said there was only 4 channels on the TV. What's really going on? This shit. Man, watch this.
So there wasn't any outside influence. So I went to Rainbow Park Elementary the next day, literally, and pulled out all the Encyclopedia Britannicas on aerospace and started looking for what kind of technology.
So you could have easily just seen some military technology because the United States, I think all they have in Area 51 is technology. Maybe clones, but I don't believe they have aliens, y'all. They just be leading y'all into craziness.
I could have saw, because when this thing came back over and hovered and then took off the other way, I saw it was a metallic object. It was something that was...
So you said it came back and then it hovered and then it went over the horizon, or what the fuck?
In my personal opinion, physical, a real object. So I literally started investigating and researching all the way back in 1977. Much later on, in around 2010, I had...
Erykah Badu mad because she can't find no aliens because of people like this. Erykah Badu says she going around trying to get captured and meet some aliens and shit, playing weird sounds and freaking fields of grass because she want to meet aliens. But then ran off with all her boyfriends and shit. All the relationships ain't worked out. But she looking for aliens. But he actually married an alien, which is an Asian lady named Miss Hostra. Mrs. Ho.
Another experience when I was working on an underground shelter project, which actually ended up being featured on the History Channel show. I
thought he said he was building an underground city, not a shelter.
During this whole process and construction and working out this whole situation as to where to build it and dig and everything else, I had I guess a close encounter of the fourth kind, some would call it, where these 2 grays came actually to my house. Not too late in the evening, 9 o'clock at night, people were in the house, and they didn't do any type of telepathic communication with me, but they did another experience when I was working on an underground shelter project, which actually ended up being featured on the History Channel show. During this whole process and construction and working out this whole situation as to where to build it and dig and everything else, I had I guess a close encounter of the fourth kind, some would call it, where these 2 grays came actually to my house. Not too late in the evening, 9 o'clock at night, people were in the house, and they didn't do any type of telepathic communication with me, but they did something which caused my brain to shake in my skull and caused me to try to scream, and I couldn't get the sounds out. When they left, I felt a little change. It felt like a little bit of a different person. It took me down another path. For whatever reason it happened, I'm not sure, but 2 things burned into my mind. One was a worldwide telescope, which I ended up going and researching and looking up because it just kept coming up in my mind over and over again. Ended up being a real website that existed.
Okay, y'all. So the aliens helped to find a website that already existed? Come on, man.
With software to download.
Yeah.
And I downloaded this software and was able to access information about all the space probes and rovers in our solar system. And then the other thing was quantum mechanics and quantum physics, which I started diving into heavily and became pretty decent at.
And this was in 2010?
Yeah, 2010.
Right, so what do you feel it was? It was
2010, he could have had a phone and took a picture of them aliens, right? Did nobody else in the house see? He said other people were in the house. Nobody took pictures of the aliens leaving. Did he make them lunch or herbal tea? This is some dumbass shit, man. This dude is a scam, man.
like kind of a download, maybe some messages that gave you download or sparked some sort of awareness that you had already within you? What do you feel actually happened there?
when it happened, I was horrified. It really disrupted my whole family life, including mostly a catalyst to actual divorces as well. So I didn't win anything.
So you saying after the aliens come, you got in a divorce? Or did you just get an alien mail order bride, the Asian lady, and that's why you got a divorce, because you was cheating? Man, go watch Pocket Watchers. They exposed him on a totally different light. Stay away from Billy Carson. Don't watch this bullshit.
From this situation. I kept it quiet for some time, but looking back on it now, it seems like it may have been some type of download or force-fed information into my mind, or maybe a scan of my mind for whatever reason possible. But I do know after it happened, those two things were there, and I have to admit I did feel a little bit smarter after that.
Right. So you said.
So he felt smarter. He didn't go take a test and break some exam with record scores. He said he felt smarter, and he learned about a website that already existed. He couldn't make noises, and it led to his divorce. This some dumb shit. I promise y'all, if y'all watch this dumb shit, I'm gonna just give y'all something else, because I already exposed this guy. Ain't nobody ever seen the Emerald Tablets. You can't just go see them. Nobody's seen them. So he wrote a book about the Emerald Tablets, and nobody ever even seen them. Y'all act like he actually got access to actually read these things or something. It's bullshit, y'all. It's bullshit. He's a scam. He needs a job. This is crazy. So yeah, go watch Pocket Watchers and go see them expose him also. They show his name changes and his old identity and who his name really is from Harvard and shit like that, man.